Went to Winter Jam last night, sang my little heart out, and I no longer have very much of a voice, so I'm going to struggle through this video so I can get it done. But anyway, welcome back y'all to this week's video. I know it's been a quick minute since I had a long form video up, but I've just been short on time, and so this is what happens, but you get a video today. When I was first filming this, I had art block at the time, so this spread is just me kind of figuring out how I wanted to go forward with my art and how I wanted to draw onto the next page to kind of get out of this slump. So I did have live audio for this, but I scrapped it because it was not good and it was all over the place. And then I stopped talking halfway through and it was just a bunch of dead noise. So here we are with a voiceover. Now you're probably wondering what this mason jar is. I used it to clean up my brush whenever I painted this page black, so therefore the water turned black, and it is a very watered down acrylic. So I use it for the illustrations coming up, for the background, and it's a light gray, and I really enjoyed it. I finally did clean it out, and I'm using fresh water, so I did do that. So now I'm just setting up, having a multitude of art supplies for me to be able to play around with to fend off the art block. As of now, I still kind of have some of the art block. I'm going through a stage where I'm trying to figure out my style again, which is always fun, because we always just have those times where we're dissatisfied with how it is. We just come to a breaking point where we're like, okay, I'm gonna do something about this now. Don't worry, art is coming up. I'm gonna draw soon, but I had an intro for this that got scrapped, as I already mentioned, so I'm just trying to get through this little bit because for some reason I felt it important to still have, because there was a lot of time for me to cut down with the art and stuff, doing time lapses and all the things. So I had to have something to begin with so I can do some sort of an intro, but now that I'm doing a voiceover, I could have cut some of this, but it is what it is, and this is what we're doing. So I'm getting ready to draw. I was playing around with things, zooming in, didn't like that, zoomed back out. So now I've got my handy dandy ink pen, which I love to sketch with. It's just so much fun. I'm less perfectionistic with it because I can't erase it. So I'm gonna be drawing a girl head, just something that's comfortable in comfort zone, because otherwise I'm still gonna be stuck. I need to start somewhere. Listening back to my voice makes it sound worse than it is to me. Like, as I'm talking, it doesn't sound as bad as it does on the recording, so I'm really sorry about my voice. I'm hoping next video it'll be back up, which it should, because it's already improved, so it should be fine by tomorrow. So as we're going along, I'm sketching. I did my handy dandy little circle, and now we're drawing an ear. I think I'm drawing an eye. My hand's in the way. Yep, those are eyes. And a nose. Everybody has a nose, mostly, except for Lord Voldemort. He did not have a nose. But since I'm just sketching, now is the perfect time for me to ask how y'all are doing. I would love to hear from you in the comments what you're working on, whether it be writing, art, music, whatever. Just remember to keep your comments. I know how to speak. Your comments respectful, child-friendly, no language or anything. Because I do hold all of my comments for the sheer fact if I am paranoid of someone saying something bad and then a little kid seeing it, and that's me. So I would love to know how y'all are doing, and I would love to cheer y'all on. So if you're able, make sure to drop a comment down below, and if not, it's okay. I'm praying for y'all anyway. And now I guess I should finally go back to the art. I'm now drawing the hair. I love drawing short hair because my hair is usually short. So I'm just sketching it in. I'm not going to draw a body because I'm not ready for that yet. But the next drawing I will branch out a little and draw partial of a girl's body. And then I get to give her clothes because I have to. But I love designing outfits, even though the one that I do is quite bland. Now onward ho, we're moving into some coloring with some Tombow brush pens. I love these pens. I just love them. They don't bleed through my paper, and I can kind of blend them. As long as I don't do it too much, the paper isn't eaten away at. So it's perfect for this current sketchbook of mine, which is a Canson mixed media sketchbook. I've never used Canson before, and I'm not a big fan of mixed media sketchbooks because the past ones that I've had, the paper's really rough, and I used to use a whole lot of alcohol markers, and it would like dry them up. The ink wouldn't like sit on top and like spread across more easily. I felt like it was eating up at my markers. But this Canson sketchbook, the paper is actually quite smooth, so it's perfect for me. So I've enjoyed using it, and I don't know if I'll use it again because I do prefer square and non-spiral bound, but we'll see. It's been a good experience so far. And yes, did I paint this entire spread gray with the mason jar of doom? Yes I did, because I was bored, I had a paintbrush, and I love that giant paintbrush, so I decided to sketch on top of it and color on top of it, even though it made the colors dull. I don't care. It was a day where I just needed to break down some walls, so I painted an entire sketchbook spread gray. I'm quite happy with how her proportions turned out. I found on Pinterest this sketch reference sheet for girls, and it was very helpful to help me learn how to sketch and add in more guidelines as I learned to draw full bodies again. So it was really helpful, and I'm still gonna work on the proportions on the arms and the hands. Those proportions confuse me. So it's gonna take a little more time, but I'm still working on it. It's okay. We'll get there eventually. So now I'm just coloring her hair brown and her scrunchie through her. Yep, there's the marker. The scrunchie is purple. It's not the best color scheme, as that red and that purple are clashing, but it's okay. All is good in the neighborhood, and I've got my white paint marker out, and didn't really use it properly, but it's okay. Everything's okay. I often don't have luck with my paint marker. I think I don't ever shake it up enough, but it never wants to come out, and it's always very translucent. It also may be because it's a cheaper brand. It's not like a Posca, because I'm very cheap. I don't like to pay the full price for things. So I'm waiting on Posca pens to go on sale because I really want to try some. So maybe I'll look out for Black Friday this year, maybe, if I have money to spend, if I'm spending it all on books. Now I'm just using a water-based fine liner to outline her a little bit more, because I did sketch in pen. I just wanted to find some of the lines a little bit more, so some of those other lines, pen lines, will fade into the background. I always enjoy pen sketching because you can thicken up lines, and then those light lines that you drew for your guidelines just kind of fade away and nobody really notices it, and it just adds like this fun texture to it, and I love it. And now I'm just drawing a background behind her because I felt like it, and as you can see, or hopefully see, and sorry about my cat, she decided, don't know if you can hear her, but she just decided to come over. But you can see like that water-based fine liner kind of bleeding out, and I thought that was really cool. So now we're on to the next drawing, and it's like a really big face. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I like this spread that I have. So I drew short hair again. Still in my comfort zone, but still kind of drawing things that I'm happy with, like learning I drew a body, learning how to draw again, kind of, in a way, if that makes sense at all. Now this is the final so-called illustration. I do add a little bit of background elements just to fill in some space, but this is the last person I'm drawing, and the skin coloring is kind of patchy, but it is a water-based marker, and I don't mind too much because, again, I was breaking down walls, I was fending off art block. But I'm really happy with her expression and how happy she looks, and I love the drawing, and I liked the color scheme, kind of. Her hair was really dark, so you couldn't really see anything because I used the black marker, but she still looks good, and I enjoyed it. There, see, you can't really see much with the really dark markers, but I love the saturated colors and like the pop of colors. I especially love using like all grays and then like one accent color, like a bright orange or pink, and that's just really fun to like do the hair or a bow tie or something with. Now I'm on to coloring her shirt. I'm using the same purple I used for the other girl's scrunchie. I really love this color. The red, it and the red are kind of competing for attention, but it's fine. I did add in a little orange, I think was the color. Yeah, it was the same color as the other girl's hair, and so I just added that in for a little extra texture, and you can see it kind of wanting to blend together. So that was fun. Again, I am terribly sorry for how my voice sounds. It's wanting to crack a little more, but I promise the video is almost done, and then I will try and stop talking for the rest of the day, and maybe drink some hot tea, because I do want my voice back. I need my voice back. I like to sing a lot, so it's kind of torture whenever I lose my voice in a way. So, Lord willing, I'll be hopefully almost 100% back to normal tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm hoping, because I've got church tomorrow and I would love to sing out some hymns or whatever worship songs they've got going for us. Back before we started going to Wednesday service, I was like, why is Sunday so far away from each other? Like one day to the next, it's like there needs to be one in between. But we finally started going to Wednesday services, which has been so nice because I can't wait a whole week to go to church. I need that fellowship and that time, and it's just really good for our soul to spend time worshiping the Lord because, I mean, He's the Lord, He's the creator of the universe. He's incredible. Like, why wouldn't we praise Him? So, if for those of you who don't know, I mentioned Winter Jam at the beginning of this video. That's a Christian concert where they had so many different artists that were playing. The place was about an hour away, so we had to drive, and it was several hours long, so we didn't get home till late. But it was one of the best nights. I got to see Crowder again. I got to see Katie Nicole, Lecrae, Kane, and some new song and a rock band. Their name is slipping my brain, but it was really cool. They had the flames shoot out of the thing. So it was really fun. I got to go with the youth group, and I really enjoyed it. So that was really amazing. That's only technically the third concert I've been to in my life, and that's only fairly recently. So that was a really fun experience. And now with the final illustration done, I'm going on and adding in some background elements. The first couple spreads I showed of me trying to fend off art block had some roses in them, so I'm just bringing those back because I really enjoyed drawing those with the squiggly lines. They're not perfect. They may not even look that much like roses, but they were fun to draw, so I drew them. I enjoyed it, and it kind of pulled the spread together because I had some red. That one girl's shirt was red, so that was fun. I always enjoy tying the color schemes together, like the big face over there, her eyes are the same color as the first drawing shirt, so that was really fun to do, just tying everything together in a cohesive way. It doesn't mean it's a good color scheme, but it matches. Now, thank y'all so much for watching and dealing with my poor voice. And I hope you have an amazing week. In whatever you're working on, you've got this. And I will try and get up a video as soon as I can, put one up, or at least do some shorts. The long form videos do take longer. But I'll see y'all next time.